and welcome to the show. We are back here on GTA 5 with another Survive the Hunt. We start with the collection of planes. In fact, that's a lot of planes. In fact, there's another one over here that's broken. That one that is still alive, the only one still alive, has a completely buckled nose cone beyond all use. Turns out trying to park aircraft in a car park didn't end very well for us. But it's time for another Survive the Hunt. Not plain car parking. In fact, even the helicopters aren't happy over there. That's not allowed to be used. The aim of the game is simple. In this one, I'm going to leave the mess that is the car park. It gets worse every time. I have to survive for 24 hours of GTA 5 time. So, till just before 9 AM tomorrow, I've got to stay alive for. While being hunted by that lot of, well, if their plane parking is anything to go by, relatively incompetent fools, but they are generally a little bit better at trying to hunt me down. Oh, bloody hell. There's a pre there already. Fantastic. That's back in its previous spot. It's just tradition, the gateway pre. I'm not allowed to blow it up. I have a 2-minute head start to run into the city. I'm not allowed to blow up a pre during that time. Now, as you can see on my screen, and it will be the same for the hunters, there is no map. There is no name over players either, which means the name of the game here is all about stealth. You can't run for 24 hours straight. You will eventually make a mistake and be killed. So, trying to sneak, trying to blend in with traffic and the like is the way things are going to have to go. At the moment, I'm really not finding anything interesting spawning. I mean, an orange buffalo is great, but also it's an orange car. It is very ostentatious, and even though I haven't used an orange car before in one of these, I don't think I have for very long anyway, it will still get looked at. That is... I think we've got the same spawn set of the last bloody one we did. Could I have your car, please, sir? Or madam, I don't know who it is, but I require your... Hello. Thank you for your car. I apologise for having to throw you out. I apologise for ruining your little dance session there. However, I do require the big V12. Yep, it is a V12 machine here. This is good. Is this the Schwarzer? It is indeed the Schwarzer. Last time I never really got to use the Schwarzer because my car got exploded. I was still going to get exploded, but it got rumbled pretty quickly with scrapes along it, and we had to swap. So, yeah, we are now into... Oh, we're into the traffic blending stage, but I did forget an important part of this. Let's go for a clothes change. Now, I can do this here because I've got that 2-minute leeway. They will not have left the docks yet. After that time, swapping cars and so on becomes risky. They're going to have helicopters. They're going to have aircraft. They're only allowed 2 aircraft up at one time. And if those are shot down, that is them counted out. But they are very, very powerful. They're very, very difficult to shake. Helicopters, especially if you're being chased by cars, etc., all at once. So they're always the threat, shall we say. I mean, in the end of the day, the people on foot are the ones that are going to kill us. You can't shoot from the aircraft. You can't shoot from a car either. You have to be out of the vehicle before you can shoot. But the aircraft following you, the aircraft tracking you, that's one of the big dangers. Now, the pink pre that you spotted early on, the exploding pre rule is still in effect for this one. My mini objective is to blow up as many pre's as possible. My personal best is, I think, 4. We're going to try and blow up more than that during this hunt. Now, of course, those are vehicles owned by some of the hunters. If and when I blow them up, it will notify the hunters I have blown up a personal vehicle, which tells them roughly where I am on the map. Now, sometimes that can be useful. You know, they'll know a rough area where I am, but sometimes I can blow up a pre, get out of the area quite quickly, kind of draw everybody over to a place where I am no longer. So it has its difficulties, but yeah, at the end of the day, we're trying to blow up as many of them as we can. Now, I do have a map for where all the pre's are because, well, they want me to blow them up, as many of them up as possible. However, I cannot... I think even just following the rules of the road, trying to get around to all of the pre's we have is actually quite difficult, just because navigating the city takes time. So, yeah, I can't necessarily do all that much about them. That was an awful corner by me. There is a comet spawning at the moment. Of course, I guess there is, because this is the same spawn set as last time, and I used a comet to great effect to get out of trouble. Now, I have set myself my own little mini goal, if you like, in this. I really want to shoot the blimp. Now, The thing with shooting the blimp is while it is gloriously entertaining, and if in the right location very much possible, it's a danger. Anytime you're out of the car, anytime you're doing something that is very obviously not an AI, it's a danger. Trying to shoot a blimp, well, that's quite dangerous. Also, that is a player in an Aston Martin, busy looking at a frosty gold felon that's doing its own weird little thing. What is it doing? What are they doing? See, I'm trying to play this one off as an AI car. I think they might have recognised the player model. Just happened to be turning around. Unfortunately, I might be in trouble here. See, I'm hoping if I keep acting like an AI, they might leave me alone. Or we wait for them to get out of the car, and that's when you run, because they can't shoot until they're out of the car. Unfortunately, they'll also be bringing other cars here. Maybe. Can I leave it long enough? Oh, okay, well, I said when they get out of the car, you run. You get as soon as they get out of the car. Damn it, there's a pre there as well. That's I think, just really, really bloody bad luck. I can never keep a Schwarzer. A Schwarzer is the most difficult car in the world, apparently, for me to keep. Now, I know this is actually a pretty good car. The thing is, I also know I've got to get this chase done quick. I don't want to bring a very large number of people into this one if I can avoid it. The smaller the number of cars giving chase, the better chance I have of managing to get away, pretty much. So we're going to have to try and be sneaky in all of this. Do I have enough time? No, I wouldn't have had enough time to try and do a real cheeky little manoeuvre in all of that. It would have been fun to try. I was going to do like a little sneaky U-turn and hide in the car park and let a car shoot past and scoot out the way it went in. Sadly, I do believe you're not supposed to have a bike. I mean, there are general rules about what vehicles the hunters use. They are not supposed to be on a bike. I feel like potentially sticky bombing a bike is a fair game, really. Yeah, then I think actually they might have reminded they're not supposed to be on a bike. Basically, bikes are silly OP in this. With the exception of the bagger, there's a pile of garbage. Bikes are nigh on impossible to deal with. They are dangerous, of course, as a runner, because you can fall off of a bike. And falling off of a bike is, well, painful, shall we say. An easy way to get killed. There is... we've got a lead on something back there. I can't see what it is. We might have to go up into the hills and try and swap. If I can dump this car in a car park... Oh, that's not where I wanted to go. I thought that was an actual road. That's not ideal. I mean, either... Okay, it's not ideal or it's brilliant. Those are the two options here. Spotted table tennis, anyone? Perhaps? Table tennis, perchance? Anybody fancy a game? Oh, crap. I hear a car. I can hear doors somewhere. I can't get out of here. That's the worst bit. The worst bit is there is no way out of this house other than the front. I definitely heard some doors going on. I don't know where. I don't know, but I have got a headset on. I don't normally like playing with headsets on. My current monitor I have for this doesn't have speakers, so I have no choice. So I'm hearing more. I do not like being on foot up here. Oh, this is really bad. This is really bad. The police are about. I can hear that. I can hear police cars. There was definitely a truck that just went past. I can't see a chopper yet, which is kind of good. Now, this is a risky bit because I'm quite exposed. If I can get into a building, I'm slightly better off. Yeah, we're safer up here. Now, if you're in a car, you might not be looking the right way. The hills are an incredibly risky place in general. Do you have a car in your garage anywhere?
She should go to nail school. Well, you're a nobody.
That is one of them. I can hear something going as well. That was one of them, that truck. There's no way a normal truck would be up here. So whereabouts are they? Where did they go? What did they do? Oh, I don't like being here already. I'm running around on foot. I mean, I have firepower. This is the one thing I do have. If I come around a corner and there's a player car, can I check if you have anything in your garage? I bet you won't. I bet it won't open. Nope, you don't. Okay. My exploding of prees is going unbelievably well currently. Well, I'm currently on foot looking for something, preferably... Ooh, what's up? I'm looking for something that's not an apostrophe. That's basically what we are looking for at the moment. There are definitely people around. Hello, don't mind me. Do you have a car? Do you have a car I can borrow? No? Fine. I see how it is. Does anybody have a car? You there, you are not an apostrophe. You are something better than an apostrophe. Therefore, I'm going to borrow your car. Thank you very much for the Zion. I feel like this is literally almost a carbon copy of what ended up happening last time, only with a little bit more shenanigans going on in the hills. Oh, there was a car down there I could have got it nicked. Oh well. Okay, so we are up in the hills. Everything is lucky, I think it is safe to say. We're up in the hills. We've managed to sneak our way out. I think there was a kerfuffle that kind of got me a little bit further away, and I don't know whether they went past. There were definitely people up here, but I might have hidden my car well enough off the road. There is a distinct possibility I could have hidden that well enough off the road that nobody saw it. I say it is a small possibility, but if you're racing along, you might not look up that path. It wasn't the best house to do that, but it might have worked. Now, I actually am in an awful place. I'm so far up in the hills as well. There's no good way down from here. I'm just a long way away from any of the prees that I'd want to blow up. Yeah, we are literally on the worst road out of here. That way takes me the wrong... I don't know if that's a player in a nicked police car or a police car. So the reason why I did a U-turn there is I don't want to drive past a police car with a stolen car and get a wanted level. But I have just realised that might be the player. The hunters do sometimes like acquiring police cars. I thought I saw a helicopter for a second behind those trees and panicked because I was a little too close to an AI car whizzing along. Oh, I don't know. We can't really go up and down the same bloody road. Yeah, I haven't done a very good job up here. Oh, now we're panicking and I can't see a damn thing. There's just nothing. Okay, to be fair, the AIs follow each other pretty closely at times. I cannot see a thing. Now, it is not entirely impossible. There will be a player car. It's not entirely impossible that they will be working on the basis, or they might have seen something and trying to block the ways out of the hills. It would be difficult to know what way I'm going. It would be difficult to know what way I was going out the hills. There are a lot of ways. My hope might be here as well, is that if this is kind of close to where we have gone around a big circle, but if this is kind of close to where I was, they would expect me to have gone a different way. Pretty sure that was one. That's why I beeped at them, because they were on my side of the road, which is what an AI car would do. Yeah, it's like weird. You sometimes have to make yourself seem more obvious to be less obvious. I know it is counterintuitive. I really struggled with it for a while. You don't want to be looked at, but sometimes doing nothing also makes you more suspicious than doing something. in this case beeping. Right, okay, I think we're good to go. In fact, we are good to go. We're going to head over here. Right! Everything is back on schedule now. We're up by Michael's house. There is a I know where that pre is. Oh, no, do I know where that pre is? Possibly, yes. I think I know where one of them is. In relation to where I currently am. Yeah, one of them's not too far away, so we're going to head towards that. See what we can find. Currently, sit in traffic. I don't hear any choppers. I know there are hunters out in the hills looking for something. With any luck, they won't have noticed me sneak my way out. They'll still be confused. There's the blimp! It's the first sighting of the blimp. Oh, we need a blimp theme tune. Kind of like the Jaws one, only slightly more comical and less foreboding. The blimp is surprisingly effective, but it is also comical. You know, we're talking silly here. That AI shot up to the breaking point there. Damn, they're testing their brakes in the Jackal. I mean, it is an AI car parked up there. But still, I'm surprised. Yeah, well, I guess we're going to head... Yeah, there are a couple of cars. There's nothing major around us at the moment. It's when you start seeing the swarm. The swarm of hunter cars is a terrifying experience. Sometimes it's just one of those, it just randomly happens, or they're busy chasing the AI. The AI do goofy things, as I've said many times before. Sometimes they just get distracted chasing an AI car. At the moment, they're off over that way. That works for me. So if we go down this road by the golf course, then we head... I know where I'm going, basically. I can't describe it, but I do know where I'm going in terms of trying to find a pre. Right, over here we go. Now, we might have to do a little bit of a funky loop. Depends on quite where it's placed on the road. We will see. We want to go straight on here, I think. So I think it's going to be down this way. Let that car go. That looked like it might be a hunter car. It's missing a rear bumper. It could just be it wasn't loading in fully, but it did look like it was missing a rear bumper. Now, I think the pre is over there somewhere. I'm trying to inch forward to have a look. No, I can't see it. Ooh. We have to get ready with Leicester as well, because I can't afford to get a wanted level if we're going to try and blend in and escape. Definitely can't afford to get a wanted level. The traffic here is... Oh, we're doing a little dance. Were we doing a little dance? I was doing something at least. Apparently the traffic lights are not working. Come on. There we go. Can I spot... Oh, no, because this road's going to dump us out. Slightly not where I want it to, isn't it? Bugger. I think it is, you know. Yeah, this doesn't let us quite go the way I want to. Oh, I forgot it's one way all the way down here. God, I'm just looking at cars now. I don't know if it's worse. It's worse not seeing anything, I think. In a weird sort of... It was like that typical horror game thing, is you have lots of monsters around. It's not scary, but when you can't see anything... Oh, Stinty blew up the touring car. Damn it! I mean, I didn't really hide it very well in this one. It was literally just an abandoned because I saw something interesting. Are we ignoring the red light there? Oh no, the red light's for this bit? I don't know. We're ignoring some traffic lights and others. It's GTA 5, it doesn't always make sense. Just follow what the AIs do and hope an AI doesn't try and overtake you. That's generally what we go for. Glad I didn't... I thought about calling Leicester early. Why is someone running away? I don't like it when people are running. It suggests that oh, there's a blimp over there. That would explain why people are running. The blimp has driven across in front of everyone and freaked out a bunch of AIs. There's a lot of freaked out AIs actually going on here. The blimp is not that close. The blimp is not that close to freak out all of them. What is going on? I'm really confused. Oh, I'm so confused, I'm forgetting how to merge. What is the shenanigans occurring there? That's so peculiar. Now, we have got a pre. Will be coming up on the left somewhere. Now, I believe Scotty, who does the filming of the map for the discussion video, is up in that house over there, and I think he tends to stick his car out the back of that. It just so happens that that is the closest one to where we are. That is... a hunter car behind us. There's just a lot of freaked out stuff going on here. There's a lot of AI shenanigans. I'm just trying to pretend I'm an AI. I'm an AI. I'm an AI. I can't actually do much about blowing up that pre now. There are too many cars around me currently. Oh, there's a police chase going on. There is a legit police chase currently going on around us. I mean, either this is the best idea or the worst idea. Oh, good God, there is so much chaos. Lester! I think I want the cops just to turn a blind eye. What is happening behind us? I don't know. I don't really like it. I don't really like what's going on. The police are shooting at a car now. The police are shooting at a car. I am going to take this opportunity, and I know this is probably risky. We're going to take this opportunity. Oh, I think that car saw me. Well, I'm going to go for it anyway. It was worth a punt. Damn it. It was worth a punt in the chaos. I just wanted to add to the chaos, basically, in that one. Unfortunately, they saw the smash the window. Ah, if I could have got away with that, it would have been glorious. Sometimes it's just worth the spectacular play. Sometimes it's just worth giving it a try in case that one didn't quite pan out. There was so much mayhem. I don't know what they were doing up that end of the map. They were doing something. They were making a mess, basically, and yeah, we went for it. I should have been careful, but we were not. So there we go. Oh, Demon Eyes is back. Nope, don't want to fight with you. There is a blimp. I spotted old Blimpy in the distance, which is a terrifying sight, really. We're going to go into here. Now, I don't know whether this is going to work. My hope is to try and give the cars some difficulties following me. I mean, the more important thing, I think Liam has binned the bike. So there was a bike around. We're not going to do this tactic again, are we? I mean, I could if really desperate. I don't really want to. I can hear sirens, but I can't actually see much going on. Whoop. Right. Down here we go. Where do I hide this car? Bloody hell. Oh! I think that might have been a blimp down. I think that was a blimp down. I'm going to take a Sultan. It's a red car. It's a different colour car. It's a different sort of car. We can go back to blending in. I mean, that was a pretty quick getaway, all things considered. That was a pretty quick getaway. Oh. Christ, that was a getaway with literally seconds to spare. Oh, you stupid AI. Oh, okay. I'm not actually quite sure where our stop bit is there. We should be blocking that turning, but never mind. So that is why you have to be super careful changing car. Changing car is one of the most dangerous things you can do in Survive the Hunt, because you need more time than you think. It's easier for the hunters to be closer than you realise. We couldn't see anybody, and they very nearly saw the changeover. I was on the road with about, what, 5 seconds to spare? And I mean, that was 5 seconds to spare right there. Jeez, that was close. Can I try and get rid of the window? There we go. It has got rid of it. Some cars it doesn't always want to let happen, but this one here has worked. Okay, we're good. I mean, I don't know how far are we through this time-wise. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. We've already blown up one pre. We want to blow up some more. Excuse me, lights went green for both of us. Don't you start beeping around. Bloody hell. Okay, I think we need to start thinking pre again. I know I've got a Sultan. Look, what else can I do? To be fair, in this particular instance, what other choice did I really have? Keep going. If I'd kept going any longer, they would have seen me still driving in a Zion. So my option was to change to a Sultan or get caught again. I'm taking a Sultan in this one. There is no doubt about it. I'm taking a Sultan. Right. I should have a quick look at the map while I figure out. We need to go back towards the main city area. That's the problem. That chase is taking me a long way in the wrong direction. There is a scratch on the back of my car as well. I should really change car again. But I don't really want to. I might... do I risk it? We've kind of been in trouble for a lot of this. I don't know whether I want to... Oh, stop dancing around, you plonker. I kind of just want to not be in trouble for a little while. We could head back to the docks, just thinking about it. I'm in the wrong lane for that. I could have headed back to the docks to try and blow up the dock entrance car. But I am completely in the wrong place for that, so... Well, I'm now heading in the wrong direction for that. We can just keep wandering and hope we run into something. Something else has exploded. Now, there is a rule. There is a rule about the hunters. If they get killed in a chase, they're out. If they get killed doing something stupid outside of a chase, they're normally allowed back in. I don't know what happened to the... I don't know what happened to the blimp. I don't know whether it got shot down by a frustrated Impega or whether the blimp crashed and Impega happened to be the last one it had contact with. Sometimes that happens. Sadly, we didn't get to see what occurred in that. There is a helicopter above, around. Anyway, I certainly can't see, but there is a helicopter about making noise. There is... Uh-oh. There are hunters over there. There was hunters pissing off a police car, or it was a hunter in a police car. Could have been that. There's Demon Eyes again. I don't want to be here. I want to be really, really far away. But I can't, because if I run a red light, they'll probably see, because they're far, or they're kind of close enough. Demon Eyes and an ambulance are going past. So, the hunters have an ambulance. They have a police car. The helicopter's about. So, basically, the sirens could be utter chaos going on for the hunters, or the sirens could be one of their vehicles. You just don't know anymore. Perfect. Just exactly what I needed. More confusion. More confusion to add to the mess. I can still hear a chopper, which is annoying. But what can we do? There's a car as well. There's an Aston Martin around. Oh, you bloody AI. Yeah. Literally, the AI could have picked any moment. The AI could have picked any moment. I don't know what gave the Sultan away. The ambulance was already heading back. But AI could have picked any moment to not overtake me. And it chose the moment where we were perhaps most vulnerable, most in trouble. I know. The reason I... Oh, where is that Primo going? The reason I took that particular turn was I couldn't get torpedoed. I'm worried about the torpedo from the ambulance. That thing will hit hard. And that turn-in had a railing that they couldn't have cut through to get me. I was hoping they might forget about it. Sadly, they did not. I saw some lights over there I thought were a... what's-it-called? That might be... I think that's the Hunter's police car. And it might be a genuine police car, actually, because it's not turned around very quickly. Well, I mean, I have my favourite getaway car. I do have my favourite getaway car. We could try... There is a helicopter about us, but I can't see it and I can't really look. At night time, while it's difficult for them to track a car sometimes, it's very difficult for me to track a helicopter if it's up in the air. Yes, it might have some blinking lights, but they are generally quite small lights, and I, funnily enough, need to look where the bloody hell I am going. Oh, well, I mean... I'm not passing up that opportunity. There are cars about. That is too good an opportunity to pass up because I'd never get back there again. I know I had a big lead. I reckon I can do it again, though. Like, I love how we threw a sticky bomb as we were getting booped by one of their cars. It was worth it. It was the ballsy play in that one. It was the brave play there to go for a sticky bomb. Not quite as good as the sticky bomb on a fly. They might not have seen me go down the motorway. Oh, they did. One car did. Someone didn't, but at least one of them did spot me head down here. That's a shame. That would have been... Ah, there is a chopper actually up in there as well. So the chopper, sadly, may have just been close enough. Now, this isn't an ideal place to be. There's no real alleyways to weave in and out of. There's nothing really we can do. Now, the tunnel is great for losing a helicopter, because if the helicopter doesn't dive down into the tunnel with me, I can go into the tunnel and swap cars. Oh, the fuzz! The fuzz. Now, that's the actual fuzz. That's not the hunters. Lester, buddy, I could do with... Oh, Lester. I think that was a AI police car that actually gave me the nudge there.
How you doing?
There is so much chaos behind me. Yeah, wanted level away, please. Alright, there's the chopper. I can actually see the helicopter this time. My hope is nighttime, relatively dark coloured car could work in our favour a little bit. We're going to have to go play with some tunnels and the like if we're going to make this work. The cars are struggling. This is the important thing for me. Sadly, I really only have one area I can go to shake a helicopter, which does make it difficult because they can just kind of go, well, where's he likely to head? That particular bit of undercovered area? Where is the chopper? It's still above me at the moment. There is a third option. Okay, there is a mad option. It's the super risky, probably won't work and might get me killed, but desperate option, which is get a big enough lead on the cars, stop, get out, homing missile at the helicopter. Now, is that insane? Yes. Could it work? In a desperate measure, sure, but I have to be far enough away from the cars, and that's the problem bit. I don't know whether... Oh! Oh, the ambulance almost got me. Damn, I carried so much speed up to there trying to avoid that ambulance. That's some good guiding work, and this is of course the problem with the helicopter. The helicopter can guide. The helicopter can tell where I am and try and get them to congregate in an area, and I don't want to be in the hills. The hills is a risky place currently. Now, there might be a couple of ways down for me that don't involve going down very narrow roads, that being one of them. Wasn't quite where I thought I was, but it's good enough for me. Whoop! Oh, just took a little nick. Only a little nick, though. There's another one of them making a turn. Couldn't quite get across in time. Okay, we are having trouble now. Oh, that's a lamppost. Spin! Go, 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 go. Avoid that buffalo. That's not what I needed. Oh, we're going to slip and slide around quite a lot here. I've struggled to get going. I fear my car might be poorly. No, it has now just got going again. Maybe it's a little bit poorly. I don't know. Don't hear the chopper, but it doesn't really matter. You know, it's still up there. Right. How long have we got to go? That's a long time. We've already had quite a long car chase. I don't know. I don't think I can live for that length of a pursuit, so to speak. We've got two felons behind us. Do I outrun them in a straight line? Maybe. Do I outturn them? I'm not sure. Where do we go to shake them? We need them. Basically, we need them to make a mistake and not me. If I make a mistake, I'm done for. One of them makes a mistake, doesn't matter. Both of them make a mistake, doesn't matter. They've still got a pissing helicopter. So I've got to rely on some form of shenanigans, really. I'm not quite sure what form of shenanigans we're going to go for yet. Train-based would be fun. Never really managed to use trains to our advantage in getting away. There's a gap through there. We're just going to keep running. Have I almost got rid of the helicopter? Oh! Well, I guess we're going this way then. Not the way I wanted to, but I've got to make the most of it. There was a very big crash behind. There was a massive, massive accident behind as I did that. It was not what I wanted to do. The only... I say the plus point is the crash, the confusion of that crash has actually got me quite a long way away. Now, is it far enough that I can ditch the car? I don't think so. But it is pretty helpful. I can't see the helicopter at the moment. The helicopter's the biggest issue as well. I don't know whether we've got clear of it. Very, very difficult to know. I could head to the casino, try and nick a supercar. That's always a fun option. Can I see anybody behind me? At the moment, no. Do we run towards the hills? I don't see a chopper in the sky. But we saw last time I had a pretty big lead on them, and you saw how quick they could get to me. Hills, I think, for me, again. I think I'll take almost an identical route up here. Do we have any house with a lovely, secluded... That's not really lovely and secluded. It might have to do, though, if no one's looking. Please let there be no one around. Come on, start. Well, we've got to another car. That Sultan is terribly parked as well. Ooh. I actually now put the radio on, and I didn't want to. That Sultan is rubbishly parked, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if nobody sees it. That's what we're going for. I don't think they were close enough, you know. I don't think they were close enough to see that. Okay, we are not great, but we are okay for now. Have we got a 3-point turn going on here? Sure. We'll just ignore that shenanigans. Here they are. They think that might be me playing dead in that car. I bet that is what they were checking. I bet that is what they were checking to see. Because that AI just hit the wall and smacked down. So I bet they were searching that car because I've done that playing dead technique before. Come on, I want to get on this road. If I can get on this road and get into the traffic, we will probably be okay. Oh, that playing dead technique might have saved me. Playing dead technique might have saved me because I've done it before and they thought that AI was doing it then. Holy crap. Oh, bloody hell, that's lucky. That's so like, thank you AI, who was actually killed. Your sacrifice is much appreciated there. Thank you AI. I wanted to take that turning, but now I'm not so sure. There's a lot of cars around here, and I don't like it one bit. See, I want to try and blow up a Pre. I can't blow up a Pre at the moment. There are just too many hunter cars around currently. They're searching some stuff. They're going for the green F620 tactic. So I love the F620. I have a green one that is a special, very, very old Failrace vehicle. And one of their great strategies in the past has been to try and drive one of them in the hopes that I will want to drive it and nick the car from them. Now, it's never worked. I've never driven one and survived the hunt, and I never would. By virtue of there's a very good chance it would be one of them using it. I like that they're thinking with that strategy. I like the thought process and everything, but I like that I got to witness it as well. Oh, there is a Pre actually somewhere around this part of the map. Now I think it's slightly lower down than we are here. I'm not quite sure. It's somewhere around, because I think we're on a slightly higher path. Because there's a whole bunch of roads that crisscross their way. Ah! Well now, would you look at that? Now what I can do is I'm allowed to do this. There are no rules that say I can't. Pull over, park. Now very carefully navigate to Lester's name without detonating the bomb. We go, hey Lester buddy, do you mind awfully?
Yeah, if it isn't my creepy silent friend.
Cops turn a blind eye, yes please.
Okay, I will take care.
Okay, cops are turning a blind eye for 3 minutes. We can set off again. Well, there are so many around there as well. They will know what car did that, I suspect. But... what is going on? There is shenanigans afoot. Oh, no. That's a player. They were pointing a gun at me. Now that... So, the difficulty there is, while we have everything turned off, if they point a gun at me, they will see a health bar. Now, we can't change that. Nothing you can do about it. I think he was busy messing around with the AI. I don't think he actually knew it was me, but the thing would have pinged a health bar and said, ah, there's a player there. Now, they may have thought that was another hunter, but I can't take that risk. I can't do that risk, and that bloody helicopter's about. That was... I've got unlucky with some of these explosions. Some of them were quite brave and stupid. Some of them were quite unlucky. Was the chopper paying attention? Yes, it was. That's unfortunate. Now, the helicopter might struggle to get going in time here. This is the hope that I have, is that if it's struggling to just get going, to look the right way, I could give it some grief here. I don't know where it's gone. I've lost sight of it once more. That is 3 pre's down. It's a good number so far, actually. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Can I dive into somewhere? I don't think it got close enough in time. I don't think it did. Now, there is a car park I'm going to run to. I would rather be in a car park than out in the open, if I'm honest here. There's a lot of damage on my car. There's a lot of shenanigans going on currently. Now, if I can get into a car park... Now, there is a flaw to this plan. If no vehicles are spawned in here, I'm in trouble. There's another flaw if a car comes in. I'm trying to hear if there is another car. Oh, yeah, okay, there was a car in here then. Oh! Should have probably gone to the roof, in all honesty. Should maybe have gone to the roof to try it. Oh, they've got a tyre down. That is bad. There is one other route out of here. One other plan out of here. So my tyre's gone, which is far from ideal. Uh-oh. Well, we're dead. We are absolutely dead in here. The only hope I have... Oh! Go! Oh. Good shot. Good shot. We got very close. I should have gone to the roof. Possibly. My hope had been there weren't enough down there, and I very nearly got out. I very, very nearly got out. The problem was we were always going to be in a little bit... I got 3 pre's down in the end. Yeah, maybe the car park... Well, I don't know... I don't know how they saw me in the car park, I'll be honest. I'm not sure how they saw me get in the car park. Because I was quite a long way from that one. It probably was a helicopter that I just couldn't see. But, there we go. Do we not lock on to that? Ah, well, that'll work. Yeah, there may well have been a helicopter that I just couldn't track it. But there we go. Unfortunately, for me, we did not survive. There was some chaotic moments in that one. There were some very, very chaotic moments in that one. I kind of added to chaos. Didn't really help chaos. That is the way it goes. Sometimes we got a bunch of pre's. We got close to making it, about 3 hours short of making it. But in the end, yeah, we did not manage to survive this one. Oh, Nareth. Well, the Nareth, your mugger was very, very unsuccessful. He's fallen down the stairs, and there was no money. Oh, I just want to shoot the mugger. I don't care about the cars. I just want to shoot the mugger. Brazen, you've literally just ran across in front of me. I don't care about the rest of you. Okay, well, the mugger's now dead. Oh, well, there's a police. The police are here, which is about fitting. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. and until next time, a goodbye. So, just before we do go here, and to kind of extend out the video so you can't necessarily tell what happened from the timestamp, I got some general messing around that we did in testing, and have some news. I say important news. There is the first ever piece of Failrace merch has gone on sale. It is available now. There is an I Survived the Hunt t-shirt. Admittedly, I didn't this time around. It didn't quite go to plan, but there is now a t-shirt that is available. There'll be a link to it probably in the description and probably in like the pinned comment. That's the thing they have on YouTube. So if you are interested in purchasing one, it is available now in a variety of colours. I think I only have a picture of the grey one, but yeah, it is available. I hope folks will like it. I do apologise. Shipping costs are quite expensive outside of the UK. Trying our best to figure out to get it as reasonable as possible, but there's only so much that you can do, sadly, with that one. But yeah, it's quite nice. I like it. I hope, as I said, I hope you guys do as well. It's the first ever piece of merch that's been done, and it makes sense really for it to be a Survive the Hunt one at the end of the day. We even have the terrifying blimp. So yeah, if you're interested in that, there'll be links to it around. Now, the shenanigans that we have going on in the background here. I recorded this and I had no idea what I was going to do with it, but I figured it was worthwhile anyway. Yeah, you see, a little while ago in GTA Online, there was a special event where there's little plants around the place that if you found and ate, you turned into an animal. Okay, it was quite good fun. I ended up getting turned into a dog. There are all sorts of various ones around. Now, we figured the animals could stand on top of aircraft, and what better thing to investigate than what happens if you put a bunch of animals on top of a Hydra and try and fly it around? Because, of course, what else would you possibly want to be doing? We have got a couple of people in there as well. The cows were the most difficult. Cows have fallen off a number of times already. The cows were the most... I don't know why in particular, but the cows were very, very difficult to get to climb on the wings. The dogs, the cats, the pigs and so on, they had no problems climbing onto the plane. I mean, I fell off because I was messing around. Controls as a human is pretty bad in GTA 5. Controls as an animal is just as awful. Finally, we get all of the cows. All of the animals were on the plane. Now, this was not the easiest of things to do. We had to kind of... there was a plant vaguely close to the airport, but we had to kind of run a fair way with all the animals across to try and get them onto the plane. We were then getting the people off because we knew the people would fall off. Or if the person falls off, it takes an animal with it, or a lot more likely to take an animal with it. So we had to get the people off the plane so that we could get the aircraft in the air. We were trying to see just what would happen with the things in Peg. I managed to fall. I see a dog flailing around on the floor. The ragdoll physics are as funny. In fact, I think in many ways the ragdoll physics are funnier with the animals, especially when it's a cow that falls over. They were very good fun. Unfortunately, I do believe that the special event with the plants is now over. I don't think you can get it available anymore, which is a little bit of a shame. It was good. I mean, not that it really ever did anything other than just cause a little bit of mayhem, but yeah, it's kind of a shame it's over now. So, we get the Hydra up into the air. Now, we're using the Hydra, of course, because it's the VTOL plane, the vertical takeoff, etc. Means it can kind of fly around quite slowly. At this stage, you can kind of just, I say almost hover your way around, but you can move slowly. You know, if you stand on the roof of a car, if the car drives slow enough, you can still get around. We were expecting there to be issues with this many animals on the back of a plane. Turns out, no. Turns out, not particularly. The collection of animals on the back of the Hydra have absolutely zero problem with being... I mean, it's not the fastest mode of transport. They could probably run this distance just as quick. Now, the cat plays things a little bit dangerous down there. We're not going to be playing sumo, though. The cat we're going to play sumo with animals on the back of a Hydra. I think the cat did end up falling off, slipped off the side. GTA controls are difficult at the best of times, as in they're not very precise, and more often than not, I think the cat might actually have lived as well, falling off the side of the... I think it fell onto the roof, and I think it might have survived in all of that. Yeah, GTA 5 controls aren't the best regardless, trying to do small controlled movements, so walking about on the back of a plane as a dog with 2 cows and it's not the greatest. You do end up slipping off if you're not careful, but the game was mostly okay with this, mostly. Then we had a wonder. You know, the good old pondery. What happens if you start having the plane go a little bit faster? And more precisely, what happens when you take the Hydra out of the VTOL mode? What happens when you turn it into a proper plane? Now, the expectation was everything would immediately shoot off the back of the plane and it would end up raining farmyard animals over a little bit of Los Santos. Yes, but we were curious to give it a try because GTA 5 is GTA 5 and you never know what the physics are going to do when you ask it to do something strange. We can see as things have started to speed up, everything's got a little bit more janky. One of the cows is gone. One minute it was there, the next minute it wasn't, and this wasn't, I hadn't even sort of fully taken it off of there. This is still just kind of moving quicker along. Just every so often things shot backwards off the plane. You can kind of see as the plane moves a little bit faster, everything gets a little bit jankier with us lot moving around. The little pug probably stands the best chance. Well, possibly stands the best chance. See, things now start getting a little bit glitchy. Now the plane starts speeding up, and we were still on the back of the plane. Everything was going okay until Ninetales falls. The Border Collie took out the pug. They've both gone off the back of the... You can see the pug. Oh, the pug's fine, actually. I thought the pug fell off. Never mind, the pug's still there. Ninetales is gone, and then one little glitchy moment, the cow's gone. I'm gone. And I was taken out by a slightly laggy cow. You survive surprisingly long on the roof of a plane as a dog. But in the end, everything does get a little bit glitchy. What do you say? It was fun. Very distracting from doing stuff we were supposed to. Anyway, that is actually going to be the end of this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.